Hey everyone! Okay, so as you may know, this is my second video. Yes. And so I really just wanted to make it about why I'm in a wheelchair, what happened to me, the complete story from my point of view. So before I start, I just wanted to say that I'm going to put this in the description. My username for Instagram, my friends call me Lainey _DLaney. Yes. So follow me if you don't already. So I guess I could get started now. Okay. So as you may know, I was a cheerleader for this will be my 9th year. And I miss it so much. But anyway, I was at a cheerleading competition and it was at Six Flags, and my throat started hurting, I was coughing, and it just wasn't good. But I still cheered, and we still did really good, and I still went on rides. I was there till like 6. Then on the ride home, I made my parents take me to patient first. Well, they took me, and they told me it was just allergies, so they gave me Allegra, which didn't really help because it wasn't allergies. So the next day I was in school and my legs felt really weak, like I couldn't put any weight through them. Kind of like you were running for 50 days and you couldn't stop, and like you really needed to sit down but you couldn't, and your legs just like felt like they were about to like fall off basically. I said drunk. Don't really know how drunk feels, but I said it, and on TV, so and so basically my parents said, they asked me, and I was walking like a penguin, but they told me that if I was good, like not good, but like if I sucked it up basically the next day, because it was 3 days till spring break, so it was cool. But if I basically like sucked it up, I guess I could leave school early and go to the movies. Well, I sucked it up, kind of, and my legs, the weakness went away, but the back of my calves were burning like crazy. Like, it was so annoying. I don't know why. No one knows why, but it was just burning. But the weakness was gone. Thank goodness. So we got out of school early, and my mom saw that I was walking kind of funny, so she took me off the Allegra because she thought it might have something hooked with that. So I was off that. Then the next day, which was April 20th, 2011, I was in math, and my legs just like, the weakness came back and the burning came back, and I stood up because I thought like walking it off would help. So I got a tissue and just went to blow my nose. It didn't help. I sat back down on my desk. Then my teacher said, everyone go pick a partner for math. It's like, okay. So I stood up and fell right back down. And it was crazy. It was really crazy. I started crying because I couldn't feel from my belly button down. It felt basically like there were bricks on me. That's like the best way I can explain it. They were like, it felt like there was something really heavy that couldn't let me move, except for my belly button up, which I'm thankful for, because if it was any higher, it could have been like my head, my whole body, but it still wasn't good. So my teacher came over and he tried to help me get up. He was like, well, why can't you use your legs? I was like, I don't know. So my friends all came over because they saw I was crying, and they were wondering what happened too, and I didn't know, like I couldn't tell them. So basically they called the nurse, and the nurse came down with the wheelchair, and I remember the teacher saying, we have Delaney Bosworth here, there's something wrong with her, she can't move, can you bring a wheelchair down? And he said that, and I just started flipping out. Like, I cried like crazy, and I remember telling the nurse, like, one of the vivid things I remember was I was in a wheelchair at school for 5th grade. I was in 5th grade, and I was sitting in the wheelchair with the nurse pushing me. Both my hands were on the armrest. I was sitting like this crying, saying, I want my parents, I need my parents. And I remember going through my first grade teacher's classroom, and she was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I have no clue. Just crying, and I think she gave me a hug. So that's like most of what I remember from that time. But I also remember going in, and the nurse helped me get onto the mat in her office, and then she took my socks off and just started poking my feet. And she's like, can you feel this? And I was like, no, I can't. And she started like poking my legs. She's like, can you feel this? And I was like, no, I can't. I remember saying, what's wrong with me? Where are my parents? And she was just like, I don't know what's wrong, and your dad's on his way. So it was about 5 minutes, because my dad worked really close to the school. And it was about 5 minutes later, or 15, felt like 15 days. But my dad was finally there, and he got me in his car and just put me in the front seat, and we drove to Upper Chesapeake Hospital. And then my legs, just like, I don't know, like, it was crazy. Sorry. And then, so we were at the hospital. My dad went in. I remember him bringing the wheelchair out, and I asked him, like, something like, Daddy, what's wrong with me? I think that's what I asked. That's pretty much what I think I asked. And then he said, we don't know. He took me in there. They said, my dad was like, it's an emergency, we have to get her in there. I'm pretty sure I said that. And so they got me in there. They put on a hospital gown, and we just laid there. And all these doctors were coming in for blood work and everything. Okay, so I have a lot of memories from this that are just now popping up back in my head, which is pretty good, I guess, because I was in shock that day. But I remember I had to get an MRI and a CAT scan. Never got any of those, and it was my first time. And I flipped out because, well, my sister was coming home, my older sister was coming home from college, and my brother and my mom were about to go get her, but they couldn't. She had to stay at her college until later on because they had to come see me at the hospital because everyone was worried about what was going to happen, what's going on. No one knew why. So I remember they gave me the MRI and the CAT scan. My mom was like standing at the bottom of the MRI, but I kept saying, come here, why can't I see you, something like that. I was really scared, and it's really hard not being able to move in MRIs. So ever since then, I've had to get knocked out for MRIs. It's kind of crazy, but I do. So no one knew what happened. So Upper Chesapeake transported me to the University of Maryland. They put me in the ambulance and transferred me over there. Then I got there, and they still didn't know what was wrong with me. I had to get a spinal tap, which I don't really know what it is, but it hurts. Even if I was knocked out, it hurt. And they thought I had Guillain-Barré, which is like transverse myelitis, but worse, actually. So they're glad I didn't have that. But they finally announced me with transverse myelitis, a rare disorder that only 1,400 people a year get it. So very rare, like really rare. And I was there. I was at University of Maryland for I think 9 weeks. Boy, that's probably an exaggeration. A big one. It might have only been like 2, but it felt like forever. And so they finally transported me from University of Maryland because they figured out what was wrong with me. They called Kennedy Krieger. They brought me over there, and I was there for, I want to say like almost a month because I remember being in the hospital for a while. I was in it from April 20th to like June 14th. I think, maybe, possibly. Chances might be good. But it was a while, and it was very intense physical therapy. Not like intense, yeah, like really hard, and it really hurt sometimes. But it is now November, and I can stand up holding on to something. It's gonna be hard to see, but sorry. Oh. I'm standing. No, I'm sitting. I have a very interesting stretching routine that I have to try to do. I have something that I have to wear at night called AFO, which helps me get my foot back to like normal motion. I have a stander, so basically I just stand up in it and it moves my legs and I have to move it. But that's pretty much it. I'm working at it, trying to walk again. There is a 70% chance I might. We think, well, we're almost positive I will, because I'm making really good progress. But I've met so many nice people along the way, and they've helped me. All my friends have helped me. They make me happy that I have them. And I just want to thank everyone, because without you, I don't know how good I'd be doing. I'd probably be like sitting here just saying nothing ever good happens, and it's terrible. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I've had a crazy life with the house fire, and then me, which I might make another video for the house fire. But if I learn how, which I think I might, I will put a link for my website. It's called Cambridge. Right here. How cool would that be if I could do that? But the chances of me actually being able to do that on my second video, very slim. And so it might be it's going to be in the description too. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and you can write to me on Cambridge. That's it. I guess I'll just keep you updated. Tell me what you want me to put on here. Like, I'll sing. I will give you a room tour if you want. I will do some videos on my progress and how I'm doing. And when I walk again, I will definitely do a big video. But if you have any questions you ever want to ask me, please, please, please Instagram me them or comment in the comment boxes. I've been doing this. It's weird. I'm weird. One thing you're gonna have to learn, I'm really weird and I'm really random. Anything can happen. Okay, see you guys. Thank you.